Okay, once we're done with this, we'll be officially halfway through.
Well, for as
Lucky
much as I
13.
complain about things here and there, I will
Mm-hmm.
say that the series has noticeably gotten better as we've gone on, and I know this because of how long the episodes feel. Those
Do we
early
get to...
episodes felt long.
Mm, like,
Like they,
now that stuff is kind of happening, and now we sort of know who everything is and how they relate, it's at least speeding up a little bit.
yeah, even though like the character connections and motivations aren't super explicit and clear, there we have more than we had in the beginning, and that does a lot to give stakes to the things that are happening.
And to be fair, like, we've introduced a really heavy front load of characters, all things considered, which is always like a big danger in shows like these. But now we're kind of finally getting to the point where we had enough interaction with all of them and seen them on screen to be able to kind of at least figure out what their place is and not quite how they relate, but at least how they're relating to the plot a little. So it becomes a little bit easier to actually pick up what's going on instead of just staring at a screen for a half hour and being all like, what? Why is this relevant? Also, I guess Yuri happened in the last episode. I don't know.
More than none at all. Not much more, but more.
I'm still looking like an idiot every time I bring it up, though. Staring contest of the gods. Yeah, you lose.
Are they implying that Margaret is one of the old ones?
That'd be pretty sweet. Cool. Yeah, I guess I wasn't any less suspicious when you first met me, too, huh?
You're the girl that could smell the evil coming off of me when we first met.
Who the what? Oh god, him! No, don't make me remember him!
The real hero of the series.
A moment of silence.
I asked this important question after we've changed scenes. I went and
I
got
need
my
to find.
book, and then we walked for like 20 minutes to my school. Have you really seen this book before?
Not to mention, he just found like an even more in public, even more surrounded by people, even more in broad daylight to bring this down. This guy's kind of not doing it right. No, no. Bite my lip. Stop, stop.
That's just one of those things where it's like they never ever considered what a Japanese person pronouncing those syllables would sound like to an English speaker.
I guess that's fair. I'm being mean. That's really unfair of me.
Don't be so hard on yourself. If we wanted, if fairness and cultural sensitivity were something that we were worried about, we wouldn't even be doing this.
Yeah, that's true. Still in all though, I bow out that I was wrong. I am not one of those reviewers who just thinks I'm perfect in every way. I mean, I am a Yuri fan. I run a blog on Tumblr. I have no job. And I'm currently doing this review in a McDonald's t-shirt. So I Huh. Okay, gotta not think about as existential. Oh, sperm thing. Woo.
I just know the title and the ancient language. I don't know what's actually in the book.
Well, come on, why don't you read it, sucker?
Eric will
See
just
what
have died
happens.
in vain.
At the very least, my disembodied soul will.
How could you not trust that face?
Unforgivable. Now
Gotta
my
keep it.
soul's only.
Gotta take better care of your books.
Bloodstain's fine though. Yeah, I know. Like somebody misspelled something in this, and this is like an official copy.
Sorry, I was just staring into the unknowable abyss for a minute.
Could you please make this less weird? Dun, dun.
How do you, how do you endure all the wailing of the lost souls? All the books are like that for me.
Busting
Didn't we
out the
just?
pasta.
That's how you know it's a big deal.
That's how like their relationship has gone to the next level. Like
Madlax is willing to share her pasta.
the only thing she truly loves. I What's sad is that I think that may actually kind of sort of be the truth.
My parents were cheated by the entire nation.
Madlax looks downright puzzled by a character motivation.
Dead parents aren't pasta. Right on. Meanwhile, their pasta's getting cold.
That's love right there.
theme of pasta. I was getting ready to make a maid joke, but the series did it for me.
How nice of them. Why have I just not put a tracker on that girl? Found it.
I tried to get rid of it a couple times, but it keeps coming back to me.
Isn't that kind of normal?
I only remember things starting at around kindergarten.
I also only remember things up to kindergarten.
You and I were both alike. We both have forgotten things.
Wait, their car was driving and now it's still. Oh. Oh, I see. You gotta admire the loyalty of this guy, though.
How long until it gets him killed?
Poor man. You know, you kind of need a hobby.
I feel like this entire series is about people not having memories about parts of their lives that people generally don't have memories about in the first place.
So it's a bit of a hard sell for it. I think because it's your job and he's dead respectively are the answers to that. And that's 2 counts of Yuri. I'm desperate. Nope.
Eat shit. It's my book. Also, all you've talked about this entire time is the book. I could pull a gun out on one woman, but not two. Even I have my limits.
Shit, that's a maid. That's a whole different story. Hi, I'm twice your surrogate daughter's age.
Thank you for specifying for me the change in my room. Otherwise, I might have done it here.
Did it boo? Sort of like everyone.
That's really starting to bother me, actually.
Hmm.
Because, like, Margaret's like 16 or something, right?
Think so. I mean, she's going to high school, so
And, like,
15's like.
at some point, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm just making this up, they said, like, she only has, like, memories from, like, 12 years ago onward.
So yeah, that's like 4. That's a
Yeah, like,
totally reasonable time to.
that's how that goes. So, what's the, what's the problem here?
Like, if they were saying, like, what I think they're trying to say, which is this girl's was involved in some sort of cataclysmic accident that may have cost the life of her family and then just sort of appeared totally comatose, then yeah, I can see how this would be a little weird, but their framing is just like, oh no, amnesia.
I got this really specific form of amnesia where I don't remember being a baby.
So, like, this guy's evil. Why didn't he just take the damn book?
Meanwhile, they've just been head hugging for like the past 2 hours, apparently.
Must have just been a really good head hug.
Also, I guess that Gaza, Sonica, and Anime France are in the same time zone.
I guess.
Whatever that means, probably nothing.
Okay, that's a bit of a gross reveal. I'm starting to wonder if just nobody in this show quite knows how guns work.
Yeah.
Also, for some reason, I just didn't take the book off of the little girl. Sorry about that. Please don't internet me.
Like, seriously, he was holding the book at one point. He could have just bolted.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret's not going to catch him. He's like 2 heads taller than her. You probably just walk faster than she can run.
Not to mention, it will probably take her like 5 minutes to comprehend what just happened anyway. Waiting for a while.
What?
Huh? When someone touches your download file. But at the end of the day, how can I argue against a show that's ultimate conflict is guns versus the internet?
So I've lost the thread at this point. Though I'm glad we're getting back to the Necronomicon.
Mm. The story of so many people just kind of looking at the book and doing, "Whoa, Nelly!"
Don't fuck with the book.
Back off, lady. Oh.
Some serious sleep talk.
It's like, sleep talking would be one thing, but she, like, totally strong armed an assassin in the middle of the night in her sleep.
Yeah, the blood red moon is something that you should probably take notice of.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like, is the rest of the general population seeing that?
wherever you are. Well, a lot of stuff happened. Mainly, my brain's still a little rattled.
Yeah, that was
It's like, just the show's plot just will occasionally take a break, will just kind of hyper compress and then just punch you for the last 2 minutes
yeah,
at
that's a good way
breakneck
to.
speed.
It's on an episode per episode basis. The pacing, like if you were to write out what the plot points of what happened per episode
Mm-hmm.
and lay them out, the pacing probably wouldn't be that bad. But whenever you're watching them, like where those revelations happen in the episode is all kinds of jacked up. Like it's the pacing within the overarching pacing of the show so far isn't necessarily bad, but the micro pacing of the episodes themselves is.
Pretty redonkulous.
It's yeah, we'll go most of the episode where nothing is happening, and then like they dump a whole bunch of real important stuff at the very end.
Huh, this is like one of the few shows that I've watched where there's kind of like a meta pace that you kind of have to keep an eye on top of everything else.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I'm seeing a gunfight in a cocktail dress, though.
At least we got something to look forward to next episode.
Yep.